Okay, so electricians have been in this morning. One's coming in Friday to do a load of work. But in the meantime, they've asked me to do a load of prep work. So what we're going to be getting done is we're going to remove that socket, chase them down, cut a new socket back box in there, a new one in there, bring one of the tails up there, bring that tail up in that one, and run a new tail between the two, Wago them, leave them in the wall. We've got to do the same down here. That one's got to be pulled out. One tail's got to come this side. One tail's got to go that side with a link between. We're going to remove that socket, chase down, just one of those tails from there goes to there, and we're going to run a new tail from there to here for a unit, and then back up into there, doing away with that particular box there. That vent was covering a hole, believe it or not. There you go. This junction here, I'm hoping to make it longer. We've got to pull it through and put it into a junction box or a box to designate a joint. And then we're going to run two new cables through there into the utility room, which will come out, comes out behind this unit. So we're going to drop this unit and we're going to pull the cables through. We're going to run a bit of trunking just along ceiling line there. We're going to take this cabinet down, we're going to go through that wall, and the other side of that wall directly is the fuse board. And here's Mark the Sparks will come in, he will do the connections to the fuse board, any second fixing that I haven't done. I'm basically just getting stuff out the wall so that I can get these units fitted. As long as they can get access to the cables and do tests and second fix, they're more than happy. So that's a start. So I'm going to lose half a day yesterday. We're going to lose most of today with me and Ricky just chasing and moving sockets. But once we've got that done, we've then got the rest of the week to get the rest of the units in. I'll say Mark's here Friday, but we can work around Mark. So yeah, wish us luck, guys. Let's get pushing. See you soon. Okay guys, so we've managed to get our oven feeds from the fuse board through into the other room quite easily. Actually, it was quite surprising. This cabinet down, drilled a hole through that backboard, and he went straight into the garage, trunking along there, and we're going to go in through there, and then the cabinet can go back up, and then obviously the sparkies will then do the connection at that end, and then this end will just be the two ovens inside the kitchen. We're having a bit of a result today because things are actually going quite well. Fingers crossed. Hope things keep going like this. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow, and I'll see you soon. Okay guys, so after a massive day of rewiring everything, we are pretty much back on track now. We've still got some capping to do because we didn't have enough, so we've still got some cables to cap. Then we can bond them all up and get them sorted out. But yeah, electrical wise, we're pretty much there. So what we've had to do, ripped the wiring out completely basically. So one live tail comes in that side, the other live tail comes in down there. I can't even show you. Hang on. So what we've done, where that dodgy joint was, that's now in a pattress which will have a blank plate on. That's what Sparky's told us to do. You've got two brand new oven cables coming in on their own spur. This will be the ring main for the fridge, which will go in the back of the unit. So in this unit, there will be a single socket which will power the fridge and two double pole switches which will do the two double ovens, or the double ovens are two ovens that are in here. The 10mm cable that fed this fuse board that was here is now going to be used just to power the hob. So that's going to come into this unit because it's not long enough to go all the way. We'll put a oven switch there, come back out with another 10mm cable under the units, and it will come up into here, which will then feed the hob. So that's still got to be run. That's not an issue. So we've rewired now. We've now got that's on a ring main fuse spur, which is doing our under cabinet lights. This is our under cabinet lighting, and this is going to be a fuse spur for our extractor fan. We've still got to do a chase across to bring the extractor fan feed in, but we want to make sure this is dead where it's going to be before we do a center line up. We want to make sure we put that back box where it needs to go. So from this point, it's basically all brand new wiring. There's one live tail is here. So that live tail is coming in here. It's going into that, looped over to that one, and then back into there, which then goes up there, comes back down, round, goes into that socket, out of that socket, goes to that loop, which will be feeding a single socket to the cooker tap. There's also another loop just there, you can see it. Another loop there which will come up this side, which will do the dishwasher. It then goes up into that double socket, joins the other live feed from the fuse board, which then goes to a double socket here, or single socket, which will do the wine rack, and then that comes back and finishes the loop. So that's all on one new ring main now. It's all literally looped back to the ring main. So this kitchen is now safe. The kitchen is now safe. They're wired properly. My electrician's coming back in tomorrow. Basically what I've done is what he's told me to do in preparation for him to come in to do his certs and any second fixing on the fuse board that he needs to do. So our oven wire, how we've run it, we were really lucky, in the utility room, able to take that wall unit out, and all the power cables for the kitchen, they come into the ceiling and they drop down behind this unit and go through the wall. That's where that junction box is I've had to do on the other side. So I was able to take that wall unit out, drop that wall unit. I was able to run the two new cables in a bit of trunking across the ceiling, which has been okayed by my sparks. And then it comes out into the garage, and they come out literally just up inside there. They come out, and this is my new oven feeds, which I will put in trunking, and this Sparky is going to wire these in into the fuse, into the two new spare spots there. So these will be the two ovens on their own spur straight from the fuse board. What was the fuse board in the other room will be the hob, and everything is going to be nice and safe. I nearly fell over. So we've had a really good day today. We also had to rewire an outside socket because originally the outside socket was on a spur going out of this back box. This is dead, but that was actually feeding an outside socket. So what we did, sorry guys, let me unlock it, show you what we've done so you know exactly where we are. So this socket out here is now back on the ring main, it's not on a spur. So we've moved it over from there. That's where it came out originally, and we've now put it here. It's on a ring main now, so it's not a spur. So there's no spurs in here now. There's not one spur, everything's on a ring main. So the only spur will be for where it comes off the fuse spur for the extractor fan. That will be the only spur in this entire kitchen. And the other last job we've got to do, which I'll do tomorrow now, is this lighting circuit. All of this is coming from here. They've literally come across at an angle or whatever they've done. They've come like that or whatever. So tomorrow we're going to chase these out carefully, take all this plaster off, and then we're going to pull all the cable tails out and leave them connected, and then our Sparks is going to rewire them, do away with all this. All these connections are going to be done away with tomorrow. So everything will be nice, safe and solid, and we've got to put that, it's in Wagos at the minute. I've got to get another Wago box, I've run out, but I'll be reusing one, so that's got to be put into a Wago, and then that's then safe as well. So from where we were Monday, with an absolute disaster of a mess of wiring, with the advice of two Sparkies, one is qualified to cert, one isn't. One works for him basically. So my mate works for the qualified certified Spark. So Mark's coming in tomorrow just to make sure everything is as they've said and as they want it. And then he will then finish off any wiring, and then his mate will then come in and do the cert. It's not cheap, it's quite a lot of money they're charging, but they did say if we get a lot of it done, they will reduce the bill because they don't need to be here as long. So, don't forget guys, like, share, follow, check out the YouTube channel, and pop back tomorrow. And we should be getting this kitchen in tomorrow. If Marks gives it the okay, we should be flying. So, see you soon guys, bye bye.